guys are up? We're up? Oh, yeah. Well, it appears to be glowing levels of infinite ridiculousness. Into the eyes, I'd like to welcome the universe.
Whoa. It may be that time again. Oh my goodness. Here we go, baby. Hailing from Brooklyn, New York, your hostess who's the mostest, your hostess cookie, your cream-filled scented man, the myth, the legend, an interval of space and time. We're gonna keep everything down around -30 today and see how that settles into your psyche. Once you put your hands together, do it sullenly, do it solemnly, and do it for Frank Freak of Nature. Just wandered in from the swamp, hanging out with a tortoise today.
What is it now? Well, yes, oh sweet heavens. Little by little, we're going to bring this out. We're going to roll this one in about 3, 2, 1. Look at the light. All right, well, that's a little inference into our ever so relaxing background. I want you hippies out there to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. I left my notebooks at the other location, so what you guys are gonna have to do, you're gonna have to say, what the crap? Holy Christmas nuggets! Good old your buddy here, Frank Freak of Nature. I hope you guys are feeling awesome. I hope you guys are being good. I'm throwing mice around. It's of mice and men today. We'd like to thank the DAGE company, or the Zalge, DAGE.com. They're a company out of China that are doing some of the most amazing things. As you see over my shoulder here is one of the most spectacular lighting productions I've ever come across in, well, my entire existence here. Hello! This is kind of going to be the filter. The reason why I'm doing this, A, it's really amusing to me. B, it's a complete different variation on something that is redundant, overplayed, and, well, as stale as not voting. You may think it doesn't work. You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find that the geometry is greater than my mind. A street artist the other day, you know who you are, douchebag cunt. Sorry to swear. This guy was like, oh my god, your geometry is sacred. And he said without missing a beat, he said, isn't all geometry sacred?
I almost choked him from space.
Oh, it's your boy Jesus! I came in from the inn! Are you guys excited for Hot Pocket Weed?
Oh crap, it's your favorite hippie. It's, Jesus. Did you bring the stuff? Yeah, excellent. We've got to have some good coffee, some meditative exercises, and I want you, mates, I want you guys out there. I want you to take a deep breath.
Find that inner monologue. Find what you out there in digital gobbledygook land. See what you can do to find yourself not staring into the eye of the sun, not watching the world go by, literally and accurately, as you stare into the eye of the sun, to see these nearly 500 intelligent moving lights over my head, waxing poetic. One of the reasons for the red filter, well, chroma color, chroma key selection, all the magic of you video sorcerers. All my real audio brothers and sisters out there, real lighting personnel, holding it, kicking its ass, making sure it doesn't fall on anyone's head, fly out of the sky, fail, and if it does, no one knows. At least for the failure part, because all stuff, we do it nice, because we do it twice. But it's dark, it's brooding. And I think on episode 6 here, .0667, the neighbor of the beast, I heard as a young boy. It's like Iron Maiden was pretty much imprinted into all of our DNA, and I find it to be, as I watch so many of my friends fall prey to staring into the sun. Look at it, it doesn't exist. Maybe I don't exist. Maybe I'm, what's that, a deep fake, a government CGI, some sort of easily led automaton. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think it's time for the intro music, the legitimate intro music, the walk-on sound. We got about 30 seconds of... Ah, that's what I almost forgot.
Today, a very special guest or two. Not extreme metal, but Matt and Kim opening a glass candy show. What was the venue, douchebag?
It was live at the Troubadour. You're gonna have to name the date in the comments below. This is a research project. I am so excited about this. We will probably get a copyright strike, but I'm just gonna tell you that we'll post the entire record on SoundCloud once we get the licensing and the various ducks in a row that need to happen. Whoa! Like I said, it's unstoppable! You need to take a huge, epic deep breath. Remember that there's a hacker living in your building, looking for your code, trying to figure out what makes you tick and talk. It's gonna be completely up to you to make sure that you are not staring into the eyes of the sun. You son of a guns, you know who you are, and you know that this is having a huge encoder error because I really am not authorized by the church and state to do any of this. But that's not gonna stop us, is it? It's our turn. Some of my Armenian buddies have a great line. I don't know if it's politically correct. But ask one of your Armenian friends what the joke is about U-turn signs. That is one of my favorite. Hands in the air. Wave them around. Just don't care. Oh, the filter of your mind now. Look at it. It actually allows for things to occur. Let's see what this does for us. Let's see if we can sneak a little bit of Hello there. I'm gone and I'm back. Hello. Look, it's my magic glowing hand. Look at the glowing rays. Raise your glowing hands. Get them together. Now, Jesus, Christmas nuggets. Just frickin' bring that out. We're just gonna loop that and see you guys really find a completely different program to tune into. Don't forget to get out there this coming election season and vote. I'm convinced the whole system is completely incomprehensible by all, but here we are! The circus is ours to dance in. And who is the lucky camper at this point? Uh-oh. I don't think we can stop it. We can't stop him now. But we did silence the call. Everyone say hello to the tech director for a band called Future. I guess he was a system, well, he did stuff. I don't think he was the TD. He was handing sound for the thing. Hardest gig I could imagine. Oh, here it comes again with a lot of glitchy bitchy boom, boom, glitchy gitchy boom. The stream is still happening. It's a little bit after, I believe, 9:23 East Coast Standard Time. That would make it 6:23 West Coast Standard Time. Subtract it. Ooh, I believe we're looping the old kitten caboodle. You've got to really revel in the brutal awesomeness that is the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. The hair flipping. Been told twice today to shave my head, cut my hair. Get it out of here, you freaking expletive hippie, sexual derogatory term. Thing that'll make you want to pull my hair out hearing me say it to you, long-haired hippie expletive. Now, this is actually not too terrible. Hey there. All right. Think of Sebastian Bach and Kevin Bacon had a child, Sebastian Bacon. That's really the name for my on-screen, my voice of radio. You got a face for radio and a voice for TV. Now, thank God video, overdub work and doing voiceovers and being voice of God's kind of a thing. But is our good buddy, ooh, hey man, I believe the stuff you gave me earlier is starting to work.
Everyone pray to the Jesus.
You guys and your opiates for the masses. Whatever makes you guys show up on time and be good.
I know, it's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? This video in the background again. DAGE lighting out of, well, an amazing part of China. Look them up. These guys, one of their cats, I got to, the beginning of this show was kind of based in the realm of reality. I'm gonna pull up the notepad so we can be super poem. We'll be actually so organized that you guys won't even know what to do with yourselves. And where's the CMD? Let's pop a little CMD into our lives. I'm gonna bounce over. Excuse me for 1 minute. I'm gonna rant and rave. All right. Oh, double time. Where's our big logo? Oh, boom, boom, boom. Don't forget, this is in fact the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. These are the secret early shows, and let me roll Mr. Bad Mother Flipper up into, let's get the correct track back. Now, we were talking about staring into the eyes of the sun. Now, I've driven maybe 500,000 miles in Southern California, on the East Coast, and mostly in the Northeast. Whoa, feel it! When you got maniacs driving around out there and not listening to 70s disco like Uncle Rollins once told us, he doesn't drive around listening to Slayer because he will drive into you and fucking destroy your entire existence if given the means. I make it a point to only listen to mild, mellow, easy listening. Like, he is a wisdom spreader. If he hadn't said this when I was 17 years old on a stage somewhere in a college that will be unmentioned because I probably still owe them credit times for the amount of money or they owe me credit hours for the amount of money and time we spent there. Ha ha ha. Goddamn CalArts. And a big shout out to CalArts, big shout out to UCLA and also LACC, baby. Woo! Vermont. A very interesting place, Hollywood. Hollywood? Don't even mention Hollywood. This has got to stop. Our bumper music is starting to irritate me even, so I imagine you guys have had enough. Now, the surprise is one of the segments we'll fish information out of, and I was on the phone with, we'll just say one of, David Lynch's closest colleagues, and pray that the evil of the cancer or whatever that has been introduced to this entity's life will be at least absolved enough that she can tolerate existing, because this is a very magical woman. I haven't even gotten through half of my nearly 500-page David Lynch history that he published at some point that she produced to me when I was very little at the beginning of my career in Hollywood. It was really, really difficult. Hey, it was super difficult to find real people. I don't know if you guys have ever spent any time at like La Brea and Sunset or La Cienega, anywhere, or Vermont, anywhere, or anywhere on the 10 freeway, any exit, 5 freeway, any exit. Wow, you have got to be on your game. It is not for the faint of heart. There is not many easy ways in or out, but I know that not staring into the eyes of the sun made it possible for me to, learn a little bit of this, learn a little bit of that. And as the music gets organized, as the bands that we've all worked with, that we all know and you guys love and that you're dying to hear more about, it will occur. There's a little segment called Were You There? It's just one of those segments that if you were there, you want to discuss it. You want to be part of that. You want to go, hey, this show, I was bloody there. I remember when Axl Rose proceeded to blah, 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 or, the front woman from whatever your favorite band is, or when James Hetfield almost murdered such and such, it's actually got murdered by pyro, or even some of the funner ones in the 70s. You imagine like Iggy Pop or the almighty Bowie rolling into town. I can't even bloody imagine. It's not even possible. But the band we're mentioning today as a long, epic shout-out, I found one of the coolest samples. And this sample is basically what has now become a kind of a joke in the studio. Because no one, if you've ever played a rock and roll show, you're not staring into your device. You're not, some of you idiots are. Sorry to call you freaking what you are. But we've got to work together, not like out-device each other. I've watched the email age completely take over, and I do apologize. I don't mean that you're freaking idiots. I mean, what the crap? But, this is a really great angle. I'm going to give it the underdog. Underdog. Bow down before the Wonder Dong.
Amen. Sing it, boy.
You're going to get what you deserve.
Where is that track? Let me break this device. Now, if you've ever played an instrument in a band, if you have ever fought to get anything done, if you have ever shown up on time with your equipment, with your band to play a big show that's going to publish or sign, or if you've done a showcase in Hollywood or New York, let me tell you, you know what hell is. You know what the second ring of hell is. You're in it. Because once you exit that ring, you are no longer in that ring of fire. You are in hell. The core of the industry is a blazing inferno, only capable, only fireballs, only ministers of complete, total disregard of social etiquette and protocol, without question. It is completely unacceptable to think that at this point, we lost our. At this point, it's freaking beautiful. Hey, he's a DOS guy. I love it. He's a DOS guy. Here, we're back. Now, I mentioned Honey Honey. Oh, check out the most recent episode of Joe Rogan Experience. Come on, Uncle Joe. I don't care if you're a fan, a hater, a lover. You can't. He and Adam Carolla paved the way for you and I to join in this venture, to find this mythological creature, this freaking unicorn, this bullshit artistry that is the future process. And that reminds me, as I get a little bit of goosebumps, I've got some delightful underneath music for us. This is a little dear to my heart. You can rip it limb from limb if you wish. But before we get to my favorite sample that has ever sampled, this is going to roll deep, slow, deep, and hard, a typo negative reference. But if you have ever been in New York, Hollywood, Tokyo, freaking Berlin, let's just say London, New York, LA, maybe any Melbourne, okay? Just crazy people that'll pull your liver out of your living body and heart and eat it in front of you, like an American Horror Story episode. No bloody freaking joke. Like Brad Pitt freaking out in Seven, and of course, Fight Club. Freaking amazing. Hang on, let's see if I can get it. Fight. Oh, there's no snap. Let's see if we can just get it to cut. You got to cut. Fight Club. Again, I'd like to welcome you to the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. The reason for this show, the reason for the title, obviously HMH Hop. It reminds you of miles per hour. HMH. Come on, miles per hour. HMH. Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. HMH Hop. Not hard for you to remember. We have a very, very great awareness of how much work we have to do to kind of bring light and life to the organic live music world, where we don't just stand around wondering why it's not happening and keep Facebook and Instagram and Twittering our lives away. I mean, you guys currently are watching a soft transition into the device age. And I coined that term. Your boy, Freak of Nature, here on the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. It is the device age. When your remote control looks like a pill, I mean, I'm talking, that's pretty pill-like there. Let's see if we can get some R. Oh, look at the RF it produces. Pew, pew, pew. I'll get you out there. I'll change your channels. Changing your channels actually works. Try this. When you get a chance, go to your freaking TV or use the camera to video, and it'll reproduce. I'm kidding. It can't. I think at some point we were doing some stuff like that. I can't remember at this very moment. So if you see that the 4 pills, you've got to think Netflix and Hulu and, gosh, Sling. Come on, guys, Sling. And then the stars. Actually get out of here. So that's actually wonderful. Pew, pew.
Get it, laser boy. Get it, laser boy. Hey. Get it, laser boy.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven. See if we can blow up the camera. It won't blow up, man. I swear. I don't want to go nowhere. Oh, you. Hey, white balance over there, man.
Where's Kyle? Where's it Gary today? It's Gary. Gary!
All right. I don't think it cued our truck. Hey, man. So I mentioned Honey, mentioned Joe Rogan, mentioned how ridiculously over the top this show could be if I had a proper production staff, or actually an intern that didn't show up with a cocaine-filled pinata, aka her name is Tiffany. That's a joke. Whoa, what have we done here? I love this. How is it? Oh, we were white balancing because of the epic, because of the Edge Company. D-A-G-E, Dage. Now, the effects that are happening are all first party. You can use them. You see it there. Gallows Frank, all right. Let's see if we can roll this track. Boom, boom. You want to play this track. You really do. There it is. Now, I love how hard most of the things you dream of doing are to do. They're fucking actually difficult. They are funkin' full contact. Now, I'm going to let this one roll through. This is kind of going to become a theme. I'll be right back. thoroughly delightful. We're going to keep the graphics up. We're going to let that track happen for a second. I'm going to go back one. Now, the reason for playing that, not only are we trying to fill space and time with epic goodness, with things that make you enjoy, dancing, romancing, finding girls and guys that you're into, finding ways to write poems and use... Oh, God, so good. Let's just keep this super low. This song is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. Now, I'm not suggesting to you guys that I have an opinion of anything about stimuli or meditative exercises or relaxing, but I can tell you that it is time for... Whoa, get that out of here. Let's save that for a minute. It is time for us to really wake the heck up. I'm grateful that I was born resilient, beaten into submission into pulps many times. Beaten into a pope! Hey, man, he was totally beaten into a pope! Hey! Don't you beat me into a pope! That's bloody funny. He was beaten with the hand of Jesus! Come on, universe. Oh, Jesus.
Beaten with the hand of Jesus. Oh, yeah, can I do it British? Beaten with the hand of Jesus. That's pretty good. Baiting with the hand. Baiting? Oh, baiting. He's been baiting.
Hey, man, I'm not baiting. Wait! Holy crap, I'm not no, Mom! Now, we got the front end of the house taken off. We look like a Beetlejuice entryway. I'm waiting for Kathleen O'Hare to come on set and frickin' own me again. Only once we've been on set together, Miss O'Hare. Only one time. Only once, I tell you. It was adorable. And that's the basis of this show, is to let everyone know that when Sebastian Bacon's a-talking, this van's probably a-rockin'. It's really sad that we'll go our entire lives without just taking it all and putting it into a vehicle and going to a theater or a facility and trying to entertain each other with something that isn't just financially based. I swear this sounds heady, arrogant, ego, or like only somebody that comes from the 1% or has all the money that they'd ever need. Bullshit. If it doesn't require money, it requires humanity. It's like when people say good luck, I say, I don't need luck, I need humanity, but I'll take all the luck I can get. Give me that luck. Now, I'm going to move over here because I love giving you guys that. Now, Honey Honey was mentioned on the Joe Rogan Experience, just after I was writing today's show, trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I was really humbled because the band that was performing at the Trube last night, I guess night before last, if it's October 1st, then it must have been September 30th or 29th, whatever the contract says. But I remember doing little shows with Honey Honey like over a decade ago, and I'm just so grateful that they're still going, thus proving my point that the world is small. It is not flat. Okay, I hate to break it to you. The world is not flat. If the world is flat, then I have a 10-foot tall elephant outside named Harassment. We actually do. She's super cool. If you'd like to meet her sometime, shoot us an email. We can set up a time. We'll come and bring you down onto the podcast. Now, Honey Honey was what saved me from glass candy, because candy is super dandy. Now, glass candy, oh man, woo! I've been humbled before by bands, but I had the honor of doing their lights and sound for a few shows, and as a drummer, you want to learn from the best, fight with the best, mess with the best, to die with the rest, all that good stuff. Hoorah! Simplify, simply love, simply, try to just be good. But this is the same stage that I watched Tom Petty from Mudcrutch just do things that I will never imagine. His lighting guy poured an entire glass of wine into a lighting desk. He poured all of the wine out of the desk, like, tapped it. I kid you not. He hit like, let's what the hell is that? Ah! Look at that tiny little mouse. You can't see him. See if we can get him in there. Look at him. Da-da-da-da-da. It's a leaf. Epic. Now, Jim, the lighting tech for Mudcrutch, pours it out there. It's, let's see if I can give an example here. He's like, boom! His buddy's like, oh, we're still rocking. I shit my pants. Oh, come on. I hadn't eaten enough that day to freaking have a defecative moment. There was There was no fecal matter. I wasn't going to expel any bile. I wasn't going to express myself unconditionally. No, it was worse. I would have taken a pants shitting. At least a pants poop, and you could go change your pants. I had to change a lighting desk. The lighting desk was actually A-okay. Perfectly fine. I just had to, it was one of those NSI 1616s. I think it still resides at the Troubadour. Ask Nick and Sean. Big shout out to Douchebag Cunt A, Douchebag Cunt B. You two guys, I can't believe you're still there. How did you not die? Not partying hard enough, obviously. And on that note, we're going to jump into a couple of samples that I found that are probably the coolest samples that I have found in 100 decades. And we are completely out of RAM. There is no RAM for you. Now, Matt and Kim. Hey, Matt and Kim. How are you guys doing? You guys being good? You're still alive. You must not be being that bad. Keep your nose clean, stay out of the bar, and don't drink the booze, kids. I stopped drinking a couple of years ago. I didn't dry up. I'll still out party you guys occasionally. But one thing I won't do is evil opiates, injectables, anything that you know is, well, I've traded my life for this. Instead of these beautiful epic lights, oh man, look at them, in the palm of my hand. And these are one-button discos. This is all a couple of groups of scenes. But this sample, if it works, is the apex of all of rock and roll. Now, now that I gave it away, I don't want to play it. I meant to make you guys guess. But there you go. This is what having an EP that's not in the actual zip codes you're in. Los Angeles, man, women. You know who you are. You work too hard and you need to go home to your children. Do it now, Tom. Come on, Nancy. But it's Glass Candy came in like, hey, we're kind of a little band. They're just owned with a few synthesized instruments, some acoustic drums, couple voices. And I'm not going to play too much, but this is for all you guys out there that have ever tried to work with the client or become the artist, or as you're the artist working with the professional staff, the production team, the ones who are just on the outside of that core, that wonderful core of fire, the few people that are,
Well, this is just not hitting.
I want to hear it hitting. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Jeez Louise. I was a little low. I've never been a fan. So headphones. Run a good system. You don't need headphones. Y'all should get out of headphone land. Take your earbuds out and listen to each other again. Stop acting like you're listening to music to fellow New Yorkers. I know when you aren't listening to music. Don't you think you can get away with that? How dare you? We are the knights that say, your arm is off. Nay! Tap the keg of your soul. Now, it's so funny. Honey Honey, one of the most amazing bands. They actually are more metal than most metal bands. I don't think this is doing its job, God. Lee G. Willikers. No, we broke it all. You've broken the feed. You're out of your control field. You're not gonna make it 'cause you broke it again. All right, we're gonna do it. This is what I call chop fooey. It may be a bit slangy or slanderish or a bit insensitive to various groups, but it's really like it's just a fire drill. This is always a constant fire drill, and I somehow managed to crash the Winamp player, which is basically like a 4.5 megabyte file that has been fail-safe for almost 25 years of my life, and we discovered it, I think, 96. So you do the math. What is that, 23 years ago? All you youngsters out there, some of us built the very systems you're using, and if you're on a touch device, wow, this is...
A lot of fog, like 20 times the amount of fog that you give any heavy metal band.
20 times the fog you give heavy metal bands. She's so adorable.
A lot of fog, like 20 times the amount of fog that you give any heavy metal band.
Oh, you're such a dick box. Start recording, studio man, blah, 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 blah. What's eating our RAM? What's eating our RAM? Can't even switch over right now. So we are DOA, guys. DOA in the water. Get that out of there. Come on, guys.
Lots of fog, like
Yeah.
20 times the amount
No
of fog
way.
that you give any heavy metal band.
We had a fog machine. I just got a confession for you guys. But I think
Lots of fog,
whoever
like
was...
20 times the amount of fog that you give any heavy metal band.
Oh, God, you dicks. Now, that is plain comedy. Plain comedy. Plain comedy, I tell you. Thank God for master overrides, master buses, side chains, forward chains, back flips, side kicks. God darn pop shuppets, man. Little nickelbacks. Can't forget about Nickelback. Now, for the remaining portion of the show, we're going to be completely silent. If you're lucky, we'll just ramble incessantly. But the honorable mention of glass candy, when this device decides to be a computer again, I don't know why we're even trying to broadcast a show using an abacus with pretty buttons. Thanks, guys out there in printed circuit board land, building lackluster semiconductor-based devices with tons of fail points built in, little bits of voltage followed by little bits of voltage. It actually usually is user error. User error. All right, I'm just going to close this and frickin' stab the hard drive with cold eyes. Cold eyes in my hard drive. All right, just close this crap. Get out of here. You're gonna watch a disaster live on the air. Oh man, I'm freaking out, man. I'm totally freaking out. It's not working, mommy. This is just some of the fun of being a live engineer. This is also why I refuse to run most of the live show with, some lackluster computing equipment. It's really not necessary. Oh, I think we just crashed. We're barking at the moon. We are a Blizzard of Oz. We are literally a Cliff Burton honorable mention away from listening to the entire Master of Puppets Ride the Lightning and Kill 'Em All back to back to back. Wow, this is so irritating. Get out of here. What the fuck? Sorry to swear. Any of my fellow brothers and sisters out there in Chop Suey Land, thanks for helping with all of the, server binary code SSH, PNP, peer-to-peer, freaking any tunneling or VPN or IP-based or IF-config or IP-config or any of our terminal or DOS stuff. You guys are delightful, but this is really torture. I'm going to take this out of studio mode. Maybe it'll be less offensive. What in the crap is going on here, man? Gosh, I'm really amazed. Like, there's very little happening with this machine, and it is just not functioning at all. NFG, man, NFG. Where's the BFG when you need it? Yes, I'll take a side of BFG with a hammer. Yes, that's going to be great. All right. Oh, we're back. It's a miracle. I was starting to sweat. Oh, man. Oh, it's getting intense. I almost found myself behind the wheel of a large automobile.
Heavy metal band.
Winamp fuckery. Yes.
Lots of fog, like 20 times the amount of fog that you give any
Here you
heavy
go.
metal band. We need... There's no fog machine! We've been lied to!
What a gem! Now, this is an interaction. This is an interaction that happened live with me and Glass Candy. And I think what I ended up doing, because the fogger, I believe, was off, because the politics of a venue. Let me tell you, a haze machine, a fogger, triethylene glycol, or, basically like the clear, fragrance-free element of soap with distilled water. So all you vape tokers out there, get out of here with your portable fog machine, okay? I don't need your portable fog machine fluffing up my poodle on my head. It's like, hey, buddy, I was wondering, man. Hey, buddy, I was really wondering, are you just dumb or are you just crazy? Or both? You're like, man, I don't even remember what we were talking about when we started this conversation because you're so goddamn mean. But I like that. We can go full max headroom. 1988 called. They want all their technology back and their BIOS. The A08 Megatrends, US American Megatrends. Hack me. I mean, 1.4 terabytes of RAM and a new power, in a non-PC machine. Go Ubuntu. Any of you, that's one of my preferred flavors of the distribution of the distro. All you real devs out there who are, how do you do that stuff? I've built a number of huge systems that run off a few little systems that you do, and woo. You guys are crazy. It's really hard work. But having Winamp at the front end of this soiree is, well, oh, I love that. God, I'm going back into studio mode. It makes you feel so real. You're like, we're producing a television show. All those years of watching Garfield on Saturday mornings paid off, Mom. Can you believe it? Negative viewers. Now, we'll switch over to Cam Up. Hello. I will always do that. Goodbye. Hello. Where's my total fuckery logo? Big bang bang. Oh, I can number through. I forget. There. Oh. I'll do that again. There. Where's all my teeth? Fog machines in the production environment. If you're an indie band, if you're trying to find out, like, hey man, do we need it? No one cares. Do not bring a fogger to your show. Don't waste your time, your money, your effort. You'll be spilling that sticky. It's not sticky, it's viscous. It's just like, oh, this is like a car lubricant, but maybe I could use it in the bathtub if they added some freaking palm olive scent to it so I could wash myself like a normal person. Oh! Now, we'll see if I can slide my favorite in for a little bit of Thrilla and Phila and Manila. Where is that hole? There's the Matt and Kim. Now, let's see if it probably won't allow this to happen, but this is one of the coolest musical exchanges that I've ever... God, man, nothing. Oh, yeah, all right, we're rocking.
A little adjustment there. What?
These are the best.
What you call me?
All the intros of songs.
Rebecca, where you at? Him and I are on we've been on a tour with this band Against Me, and they're fucking awesome. No fear of a fucking Britney. Hey Kim, what's that? I do not fucking say that every night, dog. Okay, this is on the...
We gotta give these guys a shout out because they were so awesome.
Rebecca! All right. What you call me? A little adjustment there. What?
Thank you, we're XPXRX. We have some items available over there. We have one more song. Thank you to the Troubadour, Matt and Kim, Abe Vigoda, and all of you for being here.
Thank you, Matt and Kim, for inviting all of us on the bill tonight. It's fucking rad.
So this song is dedicated to Oko.
Someday, girl. Hey, okay.
Holy crap.
My God. Okay, this is. Hey.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, this is
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Computers are such dicks. I'd like to say computers are dicks. If you own only a touch handheld device that plugs into 5 volts or less, you are not a computer programmer or inventor or creator. You are a computer user. And in this device age, the reason why we mentioned fog machines is my career has almost gone up in smoke many times, show after show, because the promoter and the venue don't work out an agreement ahead of time with the band, so the band accepts that they're going to get what is on their rider, as they should, and then we are the ones at the frontline assembly to eat it in the teeth. And it was so adorable because I'm going to send, when we get around to it, we'll do an interview with some of the cats. Hopefully we'll get Matt and Kim on. I've known those cats since they were brand new. Like, I mixed the hell out of those guys. Praise the universe. Wait, what in the crap? Praise the bloody universe.
Yes. You guys gotta love those beautiful stars at night. The vast infinite galaxy. The Milky Way in which you occupy. Millions and millions of variations. Time and space.
Now wake up! Seriously, it's been ridiculous working with some of these bands. Now, as a drummer, pianist, really my passion is writing songs. Write the songs. Hey, Frank, only use 3 words. Owner of Troubadour says, hey, only use 3 words. I'm like, I can't use 3 words to communicate with everybody. It's never gonna work. I mean, it was load gear in, set up gear, break gear down. Very easy. But this little exchange, we'll see if we can get it to work without. Oh, it's failing again. What? It doesn't like studio mode. It refuses to studio mode. When we go into studio mode, bro, like it's totally like not cool. So we'll just do UV black, man, and then we're gonna do scrolling logo. Now we'll go back to cam up, buddy. Cam up, cam wow. Sebastian Bacon, your boy here, Frank, freak of nature. This is the heavy metal happy hour of power, and we've somehow, well, gotten our way into the best part of the show, and it's when I acknowledge how amazing a frickin' rock and roll show can be.
Okay, this is on the newer side too. We're gonna mess it up, but it's for you guys. All right. All right, Kim. Okay, this is on the newer side too. We're gonna mess it
They're
up.
so
but it's for you guys.
adorable.
All right, Kim.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, what'd he say? Someday, girl. My God. Hey, I just.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, like I was saying, we wrote into this phony talent agency, and we were. Oh wait, not on this one. On the next one. Yeah, well, you know, so like I said, I'm calling the Better Business Bureau and all that.
The soft interactions, the in-between song banter, the up close and personal elements, and that was the mention of the Rogan and the Honey stuff earlier. I love Honey. Everybody look up Honey, Glass Candy, Matt and Kim, and the first band mentioned, because I actually could not remember their name until it was said on the tape earlier, which is pretty awesome because they do give mention to the Troubadour, a place that I spent nearly a decade of my life with a couple of good do-gooders. A few of you are still there that we raised loud and proud, literally loud. Oh my God, I miss action. Young. I want to be young again. Any of you guys with youth out there, meaning under 20 years old, listen to your mom, listen to your dad, go to school, stay in school, get a degree, or 10. Don't get out too many student loans, and make sure you don't owe the devil a gosh darn dime, because they'll take it. So anyway, what I was playing you is an interaction of all the intros to songs. I've got thousands of them, and once we kind of get some footing again and I get to re-implement, because I've kind of stayed off the radar for a bit. You can probably imagine why. It's a pain in the ass to be me. I'm sure you get picked on, but damn, I've never had any kind of existence where I wasn't just, lucky to be able to dance for people occasionally. Dance, little man, dance! Oh! That's enough of this. I'm going to opt. Oh, bye! There you go. Unknown artist. And the reason why I haven't identified these yet is I didn't realize that Matt and Kim was sandwiched in between the end of these.
Thank you, we're XPXRX!
These guys. And I believe she's
It's
up
just
here.
in the house or on the stage.
Oh, it's so good. I could listen to this all day.
Okay.
I believe you can hear me or one of our. Oh, it was one. Oh, yeah, it was one of the interns.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fog, like 20 times the amount of fog that you give any heavy metal band.
Here it is in context.
We need.
There's the fucking fog.
There's no fog machine. We've been lied to.
I want to give you guys the hugest, biggest shout out in Glass Candy. If there was any Hollywood antics, you coming from New York into the hellmouth, from the eye of Satan, the core of the ball, to the other side of it. It's one big ball, and you're in this location or that location. But it is an absolute delight to bring these little nuggets to you. Most of them aren't going to be extreme, crushing death metal. They're going to be like things you can listen to. Look at that. I love that filter, by the way. Hi there. In the red room with douchey curtains, he's a fluffy man. Under the gun, he's here for you. Now, anywho, I'm going to end on a few things. First, vote. Vote locally. Vote for your community. Find people like yourselves, work with them. I cannot fib. I have become a bit of a loner, the guy, the man behind the scenes. And as a drummer, you're actually like not even on the stage most of the time. Oh my, ask Roy Mayorga. Some of those stages are so big. I'm kidding. You can see him, but it's like they're so big that like it's like a football. You're like Guitar World is good. You're like you're this tiny little drum world. Oh, what the crap? I really am enjoying. I like the burnout behind me. Pun intended. Now, these little blips, these little wrinkles in time, these little radar occurrences.
Okay, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, so good.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, crap. Don't copy, bro. Those are literally house tunes off an iPod 1. That was the original iPod. That iPod still exists. You know who you are. Crown Cannabis, a proud sponsor of the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power. This moment brought to you in part by Crown Cannabis. I'm going to find one of my favorite songs. And maybe, wow, is this just a complete fiasco? This is us 3 days into rehearsal, okay? This is an evil metal band that I jumped into as a drummer. So you're allowed to rip me limb from limb. These drum parts, there's more mistakes, there's more errors. It's completely not organized. But it is a lot of work, and once you get it figured out, it becomes something really awesome. But we'll see if this works. This is, I think, a trash can song. Yeah. This was recorded on a Yamaha 01V. So it's basically a headphone mix that got bounced to tape. So it never saw the light of a good stereo mix. So yes, I ran out of buses. We had 4 auxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frank, Jeremy, Corey, and Nor. Corey, Jeremy Barnes, Nor LaCrue, Frank, Freak of Nature, Beasley. Now these guys, they were very young. I didn't realize, like, together they were my age. I was 30. I think they were each 10 years old when I got them. It's like, felt like Michael Jackson minus all the weird sex shit. Jesus Christmas nuggets. Sorry to get all crazy there, but don't forget to vote. Now, I try to keep these around an hour, and I cannot believe it's been 52 minutes. Now, we started this mentioning really a handful of things. But the first thing being, be awesome to the people that you love. Be sweet, because, honey, I cannot wait to get them on the horn. We'll get a little interview happening. We'll obviously do that because I adore her. She's such a sweetheart, and I'm just trying to. At some point, I'd love to do a dual interview and get my ass choked out by Uncle Joe. My arm's a little, man, but thank God I'm fast, and my spinning hook kick has just gotten prolific. Thank gosh for the trees in the Northeast that you're not supposed to climb in Central Park. I'm not climbing your trees. Imagine me like, hey, boys and girls, I'm in Central Park. It's great up here. Look, I can see my house from here. No. Get down out of the tree. I think it's a felony to climb a tree. If they fall out, they shoot you. You're like, you're like a horse. You're done. You fucked up, Johnny Toots. You want some water while you bleed out? Here's some water. Shout out to the kid who visited the city and blew his leg off in Central Park. I haven't been back to Central Park since that occurred. That is completely unfair. I have been all over, urban, jungling, merrily down my Christmassy way. But it all comes down to have a fog machine that works. If you're a rock and roll venue and you care about your bands, don't let your promoter put you in a position that makes your house staff, your production staff, that is really there to learn and to be the best, most implementable badasses. I was once asked at this very location so proudly, Mr. Frank, can you be part of a machine? I said, ma'am, I can be an alternator, a starter. I can be like the little Magneto. If we need to, I'll get some batteries. We'll link them up there. We'll just store some. We'll put a hard drive, store some data to the backup of the power, and we'll just cycle. Ooh, data power. And she was like, no, it's fine. I'll take your hands off your hips, get to work, I'm a douchebag cunt. But no, wholeheartedly. If you carry your own sound and lights, have a guy and girl that do it. Be nice. If you're burnout, tough shit. This is rock and roll. This isn't your bedroom. This isn't, there's something that Henry Rollins says, and I bet if I push these buttons, it'll blow up. Like, you are not allowed to open a browser. God, I can't believe I opened a browser filled with tabs. I probably have 128 RAM stuffing. Oh, and somebody enter in the comments below there how to write, what's the code to write .bat file for, to clear the RAM. That's a test for you guys. Let's just get rid of that because that is literally a Rambuffer. Rambuffer. It's very simple. I'm not dead because I'm fast. They love to kick people like me's at. Wow, look, it's just nothing. What would you like to do? Jesus. Open in sesame. Now, I was going to play this little I Don't Want to Be. Because the point is the night that we recorded. Actually, I probably should play. Well, oh, you know what? I wonder, is it in the machine? Is it? Oh, that's strange. You know when the time is blacked out, there's some freaking voodoo, freaking glow skulls going on. I was mentioning, like, I was going off on a mixer. You just run out. You got 4 auxes. Jeremy Nor. What was it? Corey. It was Jeremy, who I'll always confuse as Corey, because they're like the same Hobbit-sized or themed dude. They're like very badass, but very also like, I think they can shapeshift. Nor, Corey, Jeremy. Those douchebag cunts completely blew me out of the water. In 10 days, we were playing a show at the Whiskey A Go-Go. It was April 13th, 2010. On the 14th, Peter Steele died. This song was a kind of an homage. Like, I don't want to be me, but, you know, my bandmates are young. They didn't actually know about the band. The kid, Nor, you're out there. You're out there somewhere. I talked to you the other day, you damn hippie. You being good? You son of a bitch. You owe me $12,000 something. Both of you fuck faces cost me about $24,000 in 6 months. Bang. That is. And never edit the drums like that again. Bad. Ow. Yeah. But the fog machine, that almost brought me to my knees. And I don't really care what you guys think about this one. Wow, this refuses to, Henry Rollins, HenryRollins, stage, what is it? Poem. Manager. What is it? Poem? Document. Where is it? We'll find it and put it in the thing. Come on, there it is. Oh, come on. All right. This is going to be a great roly-poly access growly. So I think I can turn something off over here, like my stinking camera. Oh, man. This is very simple, you freaking hippies. Let's see if we can make... Scrolling out makes it bigger. Hey, wait a second. Where'd it go? Now, listen to the stage manager and get on stage when they tell you to. No one has the time for your rock star bullshit. None of the techs care if you're David Bowie or the Milkman. When you act like a jerk, they are completely unimpressed with the infantile display that you might think comes with your dubious status. They were here hours before you, building the stage, and they'll be here hours after you leave it, tearing it down. They should get your salary, and you should get theirs. Wow. Pretty darn awesome. I mean, I'm not trying to be all like, oh, I mean, I certainly am. It's time, you guys. There's the man. Give him a shout out. Oh, wow. Whoa. We have interneted. Somehow we accidentally interneted. Internet. Don't internet. Oh, there it is. The man, the myth, the legend, Henry Rollins. Voice extraordinaire. Waxer poeticer. Oh, boom. There's the man, the myth, the Rollins. Fucking, I'll eat your breakfast if you let me. Don't you let me eat your breakfast. Thanks, Brother Rollins. You have a good evening. When I met him, it was at the very same club. I'm just going to burn you to the ground because you're a bit of a dick. Malcolm Geist was the sound man at this very venue. He, basically, with this little flashlight, where's that darn thing? I've lost it, man. I've lost my flashlight. What to do? So, with a mag light, you can see it. It's wonderful. Just a wonderful device. Just a kick-ass device. With that son of a gun, I mean, unstoppingly. I had a Rollins show. Would have been my first show mixing monitors at the Troop. Now we had an SM20 next to a Series 5. We're talking 80 channels of mixing console, 80 channels, or 40 and 40, 80 channels total. If you've ever been to a venue that has two 40-channel consoles side by side, well, you shit your pants because you are now the monitor guy and front of house guy, but it's not like it's the same desk. You just got a couple more auxes. It's like, oh, I have to be a real production dude right now or woman. Like, we're dudetting and we're going to get there. But getting records done, getting music done, I want to be as open and honest and vulnerable because demos are my favorite thing. It's having fog machines available and having the audacity to challenge the artist. And I can't truly remember. I'll get to the bottom of it, but this is a huge, big, giant shout out to anybody that I've gotten to harass that I've driven crazy because Scout's honor. No. It is it's really just time for us to get a little closer. Start breathing each other's air without enveloping each other in hatred. And, well, we're going to let this fly. I want to see how vulnerable this is. I'll play the, I can do. I could probably, I forget. This is like a magic device. It just plays anything, anywhere. I can, like, input, outputs. I can overlay lop-lops. We can get black screenies, white screenies, in screenies, green screenies, blue screenies, up screenies, down screenies. Literally the worst mix ever. Oh, it's so bad. The mix is so... it was coming off of like a headphone mix off the stereo bus, and the stereo bus was shared by the room. So the room we were in was amplifying. So I'm not going to play that because that makes me want to delete every file that I've ever produced. But what I do want to play for you guys, which is probably going to get us a big fat copyright strike, is one of the original songs from Douchebag. Whoa. Where is... Oh, wow. Holy crap, we're a little bit past the hour. I think we're going to wrap this one up. I think it's time for another good night. Good night, my darling, I'm waiting. All right. So, boo-doo-doo-doo-boo. I decided that this was gonna be the outro for the show. I already played it once for you, so now I play this for you to say good night. Good night, Gracies. Before we wrap this up, the general metaphor of the show was get out there and record something. Tape it. Get audio. Collect it. Find memories. We're all collecting every bit of video, but the audio has seemed to have been lost along the way. We're not stopping and sealing our brilliant laugh. Now, before we roll out of here, I want you to take a big, deep breath. Now, when you breathe in this next time, I want you to push your hands together. Hold your breath. Gasho. Gasho yame. All right, my fellow wax poetiers. Evangelistas of...
Let's wrap it up. Your hostess with the mostest, the most fluffy-tailed ferret master general, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, you know, like I, that it's nothing more than a mere wrinkle in time, a vibration, a waveform, a blip or a byte, a flip or a flop, a binary code and voltage. And on that note, we're going to give you a couple more tracks with some epic love. Here's one I'm going to slide in place of. I want to hear your vocal renditions. This is Black Widow. It's a sing-along
Die bombs who are taking you down! You won't be the voice of today! You'll get it down and you'll see what else gonna find your own way. When did you find it? When I was the kill? It is a sing-along, you sing along, you will be a strong light. You break their own bills, time, what? Redo your life. Wake up and smell the earth, boys and girls. Time for us to make a movement, to strive together, and to be fucking awesome!
I'll be a son of a gun. Holy sweet Christmas. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Let's ease this up here. Let's reel this in a bit. It got a little crazy there. I mean, you can't headbang sitting down, but I mean, apparently you can. I used to run Sound of the Whiskey You Go-Go and Kelly and Rizzo. I actually heard some of his. They used to make fun of me for headbanging during shows. That's very unprofessional. You're at work, okay? You're not a fan, okay? I mean, you're a fan at work, but you got to keep it together. You got to keep it together. We'd like to thank the Diage Company, D-A-G-E, Lighting, very Eastern company, far off. A couple of our guys, one of my close colleagues is a part of their crew, and, well, as you can see, they're freaking amazing. Winamp, of course. We'd love to thank the universe.
Oh yeah, you know it, mother flippers, it's the universe!
Let's wrap this one up. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Just kidding, we're not quite done yet, but that is you over there. Hang on. What in the Christmas nuggets? All right, we're going to roll you out. Now, we're going to wrap this up. First of all, support independent music, support metal music, support good music, support stuff that makes you want to dance. It does not matter if it is purple metal, black metal, green metal, white metal, if it's K-pop or freaking dance rock, if it's easy listening R&B, it does not matter. It is good if it's got a good beat and you can dance to it like my mama says. Then we give it a number 10. In fact, we give it a number 11! For real. And it's been a very delightful honor. I'm going to give you guys another 7 minutes of love. I think the redundancy of some of the music has got to end, but these were intended on being bumpers. And when I mentioned Glass Candy and Matt and Kim and XPY, the opening band for that, which they were freaking insane, it's because of all the bands I've worked for. It was the time we got to work with Typo Negative as kids, and then to grow up and like, here, we're going to send Pete this song we covered, like, I Don't Want to Be. I'll find for the next show some footage of some of my crap so you can make even more fun of me and rip me limb from limb and destroy any of the ego and attitude that I have.
I beat your body, Jesus.
Who's got the best weed in Williamsburg, just got off the L train, and I'm going to get you guys high. On life. Golly gee willikers. See, I didn't think that the hardest element of my production career would be atmosphere. And on that note, I should have called this episode, Episode 6, Atmospheric Metal and Discharges. Because if there's one thing I love, is well-orchestrated black doom and goth metal. Holy Christmas nuggets, I was just thinking about Burzum and Celtic Frost, man, or Celtic. I like Celtic. I used to say Celtic like the Boston Celtics. They're like Larry Bird, you know, we got the Boston Celtics here. Gotta come over here. We got the Celtics. Not, hey, man, I'm from freaking Brooklyn, dog. No, that's terrible. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. Give me some freaking water. I mean, it's unbelievable, the howling beacons of death. So on that note, the first little crap you heard was Jeremy Gory Corey Norla Crew, Frank Beasley, Freak of Nature, your favorite host on the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Bauer. Don't forget Karen Jacobson. Come on down. I'll be right back to wrap this up. The simple point, buy your own fog machine.
Generational slaves, long languishing the mercy of corrupt masters. Stripped of identity, dignity, domain, with the first rains of decay. The shadows corrode. Once precipice of burden, now a reckoning false. Strength of faith and pain of relics forever lost. Watches of oppression affecting nature's course. Ripe with the taste of victory, but at what cost? Not before long, set about to build on their accomplishments. Living life, gloating and decadent. How quickly they forgot their bloody path to freedom. A mutation of ideals ensued, and the promise of light rapidly extinguished. It became the end of glory, and the beginning of the end to all. Mankind! And once precipice of burning, now one desperate force. Strength of pain and pain of relics forever lost. Watches of oppression affecting nature's course. Right with the taste of victory, but at what cost? Why? How could ignorance so soon prevail? Last gasp of finality. The last gasp of finality. Now sway the leaves of the darkest night, and whisper sweetly to no one's heart and nothing. In an ocean of dominion storm, the last great promising souls that laid waste. Pray for them. Cherish not was that time of light, and so lost forevermore. To suffer the depths of despair. Why? How could greed so soon prevail? In a people that demon tales could tell. Cherish not More than ever, keep a close, watchful eye for the dark side of human endeavor. When an instant change forever could be something worthwhile and was endless can never regain. In our essence, the wax and weight of purpose often confounds. And so, through time, better to drift along in delirium. Rain on for those who squander the gift of light. Rain on for those who squander the gift of light.
Doesn't get any better than that. You know, I know. Someone knows that this guy must know Johnny's drum tech. Well, it has been yet another delightful encounter. We're gonna quit while I still have my head, and remember to support a few bands: Honey Honey, Glass Candy, and Matt and Kim, in no particular order. And of course, have your pet loved and well-fed. Jeez Louise, guys. I mean, adopt for the love of Christ. And there's a bunch of children. Okay, anyway. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'd like you guys to say goodnight, Gracie. Goodnight, Gracie. Buy a fog machine, Gracie. Goodnight, Gracie. No, seriously, say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Are we clear? Clear. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.